New week, new documenting the journey. Welcome back. On this channel, I document my journey, building my brand, Exchange Life. We sell custom merchandise. In the last 30 days, we did 78,000 euros in sales, which is 36% down from last week. We'll get into it, why this is. I'm here in Dubai. We're on the move again. Quick pit stop, just a few days layover here, doing some things like getting a MacBook. I'm now part of the MacBook people, I guess. I used to be a gamer, so I always worked on Windows before, but now I finally made the switch. So yeah, on this channel I document my journey, building my brand. So I'll go through all the learnings, all the lessons, everything that's going wrong, why my sales are going down. And then also in the second part of the video, I will share some self-development lessons and some other things in like a vlog type way. So yeah, that is this video. Let's get into it right away. So performance has been quite rough. I have a list here of everything that's going on so I can remind myself of them. Uh, yeah, a lot of brand owners are seeing the same right now. Um, Performance is just down in general for most people in ecom. And this has many reasons. For me specifically, it's because, for example, it's a very giftable product. People buy it as Christmas gifts or this or that. There's not very many holidays going on right now. Also, I think it's a creative problem. I think my creatives are not good enough and I'm not consistently supplying good enough creatives for example, Meta. And then also I'm like working on my offer and seeing what I can do there. So there's many different problems, but yeah, I can't seem to spend like any money on Facebook right now profitably. So I'm doing a lot to combat this, like working on new products, working on new creatives. I just onboarded a new creatives agency, so they are really good. They're doing the creatives of a friend of mine who's building a big brand, multiple 8 figures. So if I cannot make my brand profitable right now with them, then it's not because of the creatives. Then I at least know that, because I've told you guys before that right now I'm not really sure with the creatives. It's a lot of me doing the work with an editor that I hired, and there's not really any structure or analysis or data to it. So I hired this creatives agency and they analyze the performance and they iterate based on that. They come up with new concepts and they do kind of everything. So yeah, let's see how that will go. If it won't work with them, then at least I know it's not a creative issue. And then I can just keep expanding my products, improving everything until the gifting season is back, or until, for example, different holidays like Mother's Day or Father's Day, or yeah, let's see how that will go. But I'm really excited to get to know them. At least I'll learn from them. Like, even if the creative agency cannot make winning ads right now because of market conditions or because of the site or because of other factors, then at least I can learn from them. I can learn from their process, and I can, yeah, take that into the next creatives that I'll make or the future. And so I don't think it's ever wasted money to work with like really good people. You can always learn from them and take their knowledge and take it in-house in the future or whatever. Try again in the future. Sometimes it's just not the right timing as well, right? Because of other factors, like I said. But yeah, low profit margin, like I said. I'm just cutting things very quickly now that don't work. If a creative isn't working, after 50 to like about 50 euros in spend, like it's out. No point of keep testing it, I think. If something will work, then you will see it quickly. I'm improving everything, like I said, trying new concepts. I'm working massively on releasing new products. So I don't have that many products right now. So I'm working on new collections, new pieces, so new types of jewelry which you can customize. A whole bunch of cool stuff is coming. So yeah, just yeah, touch in or tune in to the videos to figure out what I'm gonna release in the future. I'm improving the website, so I'm rebuilding the whole website with some cool guys from London. So that is turning out really nice. It's almost done. I think it will launch the second week of May. Yeah. So it's gonna be so much better than currently is. The offer will be way more clear on that site for who it is, who should buy, for who you can buy. Yeah, it's just going to be so interesting. It's going to be good for AOV and conversion rate as well. We're going to do more bundling and all of this type of stuff. So I'm really excited to get that launched. I think it will help a lot with a lot of things. including like new messaging, new landing pages, and all of that shit. So yeah, let's see how that will do. I told you guys in a recent video that I was trying TikTok ads with an agency which didn't work out, but we tried it for a month. They gave me a good offer, so yeah, I didn't really lose any money. It was either get this ROAS or you don't have to pay, which is great. I mean, I probably lost some money on ad spend because it wasn't break even, but you know, not a big loss. At least we gave it a shot, and I will give it another shot maybe in Q3 after the new site is launched, when people are starting to buy some more gifts. So maybe I will give it another shot then. But yeah, for now it's not working. Part of the game. Like I said, always keep trying new things. So let's see what I said. Yeah, the conversion rate is way too low for the TikTok ads. So it was not working very well. So yeah, yeah, like I said, part of the game. Google seems to be quite profitable. It just can't seem to spend so much. It's still the case. I've talked about this before. So I don't know. I'm trying to improve that, but it's just an ongoing process with Google, testing new things. And yeah, I'm not sure yet if with this current setup I can have more spend on Google profitably, because it's quite niche still. But I think maybe after the new site is live and everything is up, new collections, new products, I can scale the budget a bit for Google as well. So yeah, like I said, the creative agency was recommended by a new friend that I made in Cape Town. He also started a custom jewelry brand. It's funny, right? Sometimes how things go. Like, he was a guy that I was always looking at. I was always looking at his brand. I didn't know it was him, but I was always looking at his brand, trying to like apply things and this and that. But yeah, then I meet him, and I can learn a lot from him. And if that's, in this case, I'm gonna try and use the same agency for the creatives. If that doesn't work, then whatever, I tried, right? But if it does, then you can see how much one connection can do. And there's other things that I learn, of course, as well from him. But for me personally, I learn a lot from people around me, and then I just apply it. Like, I'm a very curious person. I constantly ask questions, and everything I try to pick up on. And if something is really applicable, then I go and just execute on it. That is basically how I learn everything. Like, I don't take courses and anything. So this shows you that, putting yourself out in the world can make a big difference. And for me especially, I think maybe if you're similar, I really learn from people. So previously I stayed at home for quite a while. I don't think I will do that anymore. I will, always keep myself around people and in new environments and new places. And it's an interesting one. I'm here in Dubai now. I was in Cape Town for like 2-3 months, and maybe 2 months and something. I was also ready to go again. Like, I think I'm still like too young, or like too active in my mind to stay somewhere very long. But for me, going to new places where there's cool people, and that is really what keeps me very, excited and growing and applying all these new things. So yeah, that is just cool. It's funny how it goes. Like, sometimes things just feel like they're meant to be or something. Like, what is the chance that you meet like a guy that has done kind of the same what you have done, and that you were copying before, like looking at it? It's kind of funny. So yeah, interesting point. But try to travel, I guess, if that is relevant. I think it's relevant for all young people, to be honest. If you are now at home and you're trying to build a business, it can only be like one thing that will change the trajectory, that you learn from somewhere or someone. And it just means a lot to me. So yeah, think about it. If you haven't thought about, moving out, or moving to another country, or going to a place like Bali or Dubai or Cape Town or wherever it is. Apparently Sri Lanka is coming up, so, and it's not expensive at all. Like, you don't need a lot of money for it. You can go with like maybe 1,000 euros a month. So I went with like €0 a month. I just had some savings. So, go out there and try to meet people. Let's see, next one. We finally found a big reason why some of our jewelry pieces were breaking. So you can hang pendants on a piece with like sealed rings and then without, and now before we didn't seal the rings off, so you just close them with like a pair of, like, I don't know how you call it, but anyways, you can seal them so they're like a solid piece. So that's what we're doing now. So that is good. It's been an issue for a while. I don't know why it took us so long, but yeah, that's good. We're using, like I said in the previous video, we're selling sterling silver pieces now, and we had some issues there with like oxidation. Like silver does oxidize, it just happens, but it's important to really inform the client about this, right, or the customer. So I now made some cards that I include in all the sterling silver orders that like state what you should do with the sterling silver and then the certification and stuff like this to hopefully prevent some of the problems there and refunds, etc. Still working on the site redesign. So like I said before, yeah, we're redesigning the site, which I think will help with a lot of things. It's coming along now. It's taking a bit longer than expected, but I think that's also because I'm having a lot of feedback for it. Like, I often think I was talking with a friend from Cape Town about this, who also has a brand. I think guys like us are probably like the worst client to have for your agency because we like know too much, or we're like too much in there, too much. We want to, you know, we know exactly what's going on. As an agency, you're like kind of incentivized to just do the least amount as possible, right? Because you just get paid for a project, for example. So if it takes more hours, it's less profit. But guys like us are like, we know what's going on. We know how it should look. We know what it should be. And yeah, I don't know. I just feel for agencies sometimes. But the site is coming along really cool. So I'm really excited for that to launch. I had quite a big setback about a week ago that the Facebook ad account got banned. I have no idea why, but yeah, it got banned and I spent some days and I got it back at some point. It was a mistake. But these things like kind of hit you randomly, right? I did get it back. As long as you're just doing things legitly, then Facebook will give it back. But it did take quite some time, and I guess you could also be unlucky. But now we got it back. It was quite stressful time. This shit just all turns down to problem solving, I guess. Like entrepreneurship and growing your business, it's just solving problems constantly. So yeah, got taken care of that. So interesting, for example, with the Facebook performance drop for me, I had a great day on the 20th of March. And then all of a sudden, the 21st, it just all went to shit. So this is very interesting. Like, why does this happen? I don't know why, but what can we do about it? Not much. The only thing I can do about it is try to improve everything, right? So I'm not really like, ah, shit, Facebook died or this or that, or the the algorithm is fucked up right now. No, I mean, those are all things out of my control. I can only control the things. So, it is quite rough right now. We're barely profitable and really just trying to squeeze out all the scale that's there, and that's not a lot right now. So yeah, but that kind of puts fire under me, or fire under my ass to like move, right? Like, what can I do to change this? Okay, I can expand my target addressable market by introducing new collections. I can increase my conversion rate by changing the messaging and the offer and the site. I can. These are all of the things under my control. So that's what I'm working on, and with a bit more urgency now, because of course I want to keep scaling. So it's kind of interesting. A lot of people on Twitter are like, yeah, Facebook is, but that shit is all out of your control. Just focus on the things that you can control. At least that's what I try to do, because otherwise you might as well just pack your bags and leave, right? Just fucking quit your brand. There will always be shit happening. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. My customer service was really ineffective, I found out. So I was talking with a friend that also has a brand in Cape Town, and their customer service reps were solving like 100 to 120 tickets a day, and mine were doing like 40 or 50. And I'm like, what's going on here? So yeah, I cut out half the capacity for customer service, really dialed in. I guess with these things, your employees will really do the work that they're expected to do. And because the expectations with me were this, because this is what we've always been doing, they also are not incentivized to do more, right? This is like the principal agent problem. If they can do this little but still get paid for 8 hours, then why do more? So, yeah, really made sure that now it's all happening good and correctly and fast. And that's an interesting thing that I mean, I guess you learn as well. Then next thing, let's see. Yeah, I'm working on 3 more new collections, even more new designs that fit with different niches. I think product is for me a big lever to pull to expand my target as addressable market and to increase my AOV. And I think this is really the key right now for me to unlock more skill with other things. So also, for example, with a new site and with many other things. But this is like one of the most important levers, I think. So that's what I'm working on. Really excited to drop that. We're getting close to some new products. I thought I'd also share a bit about the creative system that I'm using right now. Maybe that inspires you a bit. So right now, I have about 15 creators that I work with. These are like TikTok girls and guys, but mainly girls that love to make TikToks. And I created a community for my brand on social media. So we get many inbound DMs, and a lot of them are like girls that love to create TikToks. So we recruit them to our creator team, and then we pay them per video that they create. And because they love to create TikToks, it costs less than if you get like a UGC creator, because they charge these days ridiculous prices. I don't know where they came up with this to like charge ridiculous prices. Even I guess if their ads are working for you, then it's of course you raise the amount that you pay them. But if it's just like starting out with a UGC creator or this or that, like I don't know how they came up with charging ridiculous prices, but that is how I'm doing it now. And there's not a lot of structure to it. So it's like either like go out and create your own IDs, or I'm like, I see this competitor do this. So it's not really sustainable. So what I'm not doing now is making it into a mix, like making it into 3 parts, which is one part TikTok girls that create their own IDs. So they edit their own videos or own IDs, own sounds and stuff like this. So that's one input of creative. Then the second input of creative is I have an in-house editor that looks at competitors and creates similar ads with our raw content or requests new raw content to create it with. And then the third input is the creatives agency that goes out and does their own whole thing. So there's 3 inputs of creatives here. So hopefully this gives us more ability to come up with consistently winning creatives. Also, right now, I'm not testing a lot on the Facebook ad structure that I have. It's mainly scaling campaigns and not any testing campaigns. So I'm also changing that structure to try to see if that changes the performance of Meta. Again, I cannot do anything about the outputs. The only thing that I can control is the inputs. And if I don't want the same inputs or the same results that I'm having now, which is just a direct result of my inputs, then I need to change my inputs to get a different result. So that's why I'm doing all these different things, testing these new things. And, there is brands right now that are doing tens, hundreds of thousands a day. So why am I not one of them? It's because of my inputs, right? So I have to change what I'm doing to get there. That is new products, new creatives, new way of media buying, all of these things. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. I thought I'd share a bit about the content. Maybe you find it interesting. That is mainly all of the updates about the brand. Yeah, like I said, there's also a community to my brand. So a few interesting updates about that. So that part is mainly monetized by an affiliate platform that I created. So not by the brand. I got someone involved that, if it goes well, gets part of that business, because I'm setting it up separately now. That is starting to do some good work. I was at the beginning not sure how it will go, but yeah, he's starting to do some good work. So that will be interesting to see how that will go, if he can grow the affiliate platform there. And then secondly, the reach of the community accounts has really been going down. Before, we used to reach like 12 to 15 million people only on Instagram Reels, but now it's only like 1 million. So I'm trying to figure out why that is. We tried out a planner like later.com. I'm not sure if that affects it, but yeah, we'll see. We're trying to post manually again now, and yeah, just trying to figure some things out. Those were just like 2 little updates about the community. Then let's see if I have anything interesting still for self-development. I did a little clip about coaching, like why I'm not gonna do coaching. I got a DM about, can you coach me? And I'm not going to, but in this clip I'm going into why. So stay around if you want to see that. It's in the second part of the video. Staying in a place for 3 months, I wrote down. Like, I think, like I said, I'm too young and too active to stay somewhere really long. So I'm really enjoying this now, where I'm somewhere for 2, 3 months and then moving on. And I'm not planning ahead very far. I'm just doing the next destination. I know the next destination now. If you want to know, then yeah, just stick around. This is just a temporary layover. So that will be really excited. I'm really excited for this new adventure. Let's see how that will go. I'm surprising one of my good friends. He doesn't know that I'm coming. Multiple, actually. So that will be interesting. Um, and then let's see. Yeah, have I been effective or doing as much in the past few weeks? I wrote down, because I think now the performance is going down. I'm like questioning my inputs. Is it me? But it isn't. Like, I shouldn't be questioning myself. There's a lot of factors that inputting it, but I'm still doing kind of the same work or the same amount of input as I was before when I was doing like 10K days, for example. So yeah, this doesn't really affect the outputs or the results. I'm still doing the same work, so I shouldn't be questioning that. But then I sometimes do feel like, am I doing enough? Can I do more? This and that. But I work a lot. Like I said, I work most days. So that shouldn't be a concern. But then still, I sometimes question it, right? So that's something that's just going on in my head. Another point that I wrote down was, sometimes I wonder, if I'm adapting too much and holding myself back. I go to a lot of places, and sometimes I'm like, is this somewhere where I want to be, or is this something that I want to do? And I'm not really sure yet, because it's also on the other side of the coin, where sometimes I'm not really sure if I should adapt more to places and things. So, for example, I really speak my mind. I just say whatever is going on my mind, and good or bad, or things that people usually don't mention or that they hold back. I'm like always just, I'll just throw it out on the table, and then I'm thinking, like, should I, with some people, hold myself back? And because maybe that's better, because it's like less polarizing. But I think in my case that the right people, like I talked about before, will appreciate you for it. The wrong people won't, and you will get some pushback for it at some points as well. But I think it's important to still keep doing that, for me, for example, because that will result in just a circle of people that appreciate you for you, instead of you holding yourself back. And then about the other side of the coin, which is like being somewhere where you don't want to be, or in a situation where you don't want to be, should you just remove yourself instantly from that situation or place or wherever you are? I'm like, sometimes I might stay around for too long, I'm like, I'll sit it out or this or that, but should I just leave, or does that, all of these different things, it's like, I'm not sure about that yet. I'm like trying to figure it out. But I do think, for example, I'm just speaking your mind, that I will keep doing that. And I had an interesting thought, which will be, when I get like older and I keep growing and I get more confident, will this be more or less? Like, will I learn to shut up with some people because I don't want to be really like making them feel any kind of way, like good or bad, like impressing them or like making them feel bad, for example? Or is it just going to be more where I'm just like speaking my mind? And I think I'm quite polarizing in general, or not like polarizing in a way, but how do I describe this? Like, it's different, right? And I think either people will really appreciate that, or they're like put off by it, like what I'm doing here, and like what I'm, the way I carry myself, or like me speaking my mind. And I think it's normal if you sometimes get some pushback from it. And for example, I was questioning that because I did get some pushback on it, but then I was like, I think I shouldn't question that. I think I will, especially when these grow, get way more pushback in it in the future. So that's just something you get, that you shouldn't let yourself question yourself for. So interesting thoughts. I'm not sure what to do with this. I'll probably, yeah, learn about it when I get older and when I grow. But yeah, who knows? Who knows what I will do? But last update that I have, then that I wanted to share was, I'm helping my mom launch a brand. So we're starting a brand together, and I will probably share some more about that in future videos. But one of my goals was to really be there for my parents in whatever way, right? So that is if they want to retire, then at some point I want to have them be able to retire without having to worry about money. But giving them just a bag of money is like a hard thing, right? For example, my parents would just be bored. They don't want just a bag of money. But my mom got a really good idea that I'm really excited about and also really passionate about. And I'm helping her now set up her own brand. And I'm going to do some more of the operational things and do some like hiring for agencies that will help her out and stuff like this. But it's better than just giving a bag of money, I think, because my mom is really smart and she wants to always stay active. So giving her a bag of money is probably just going to make her miserable. So now we're creating something cool and we can work together on it and we can call about it. And it's so cool because, you know, I love to talk about this shit. And normally I cannot really talk about this business stuff and like building with my parents, for example. But in this case, I can. So it's good for our relationship and it will give her freedom to do whatever the fuck she wants, make her own money and do her thing there. So that's really excited that it's something I'm really excited about. So yeah, I'll update you guys about that in the future. It's going to be like a local Dutch brand. My mom is Dutch, of course. She's actually Belgian. But yeah, it's going to be a Dutch brand. And I will keep you guys in the loop about that. So yeah, those are all the updates for the past weeks. I did a Q&A one in the last video. I hope you guys like that. But yeah, that's it really for this week. I have a few clips that I will add after this video. I'm thinking of splitting the videos up like I'm doing now, but maybe even just making whole videos, even if it's a vlog, just make it a whole video. And then some weeks, for example, the vlog will probably be less about the, brand, but they are more about self-development. But then in this way, I think I can have a video every week. And some weeks there will be more brand updates, so it will be a sit down. And some weeks it's a vlog where it's just me walking around or me doing a thing. So I'm thinking of doing that, but let's see. I'll just probably edit still in this video behind this sitting down part. And then I'll also do like a Q&A style video once in a while when there's enough new questions. So I have like POV, building an e-commerce brand, and then Q&A, building an e-commerce brand, and then who knows what I will add in the future. But I'm really finding my like style and thing I can repeat here. So yeah, that's it for this week. Hopefully you guys learned something or enjoyed it or whatever the fuck. I'll see you guys next week somewhere else. So again, you can guess in the comments where I'm going. I did this before and no one commented, but maybe now someone...
Yeah, and you gave me that gala. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I just destroyed your shot.
Welcome to week
60.
to week 60 of
We're doing days now.
welcome to day
I think it's maybe day 600 this will be in, something like this.
welcome to day 600 of building my brand in public.
I wonder if you will be there for day 10,000.
Exactly.
I think I'll still be doing this.
What the fuck? These seagulls are going crazy. 10,000, it's like, I don't know, what is it? Close to 30 years.
Think I'll still be doing it?
Yeah, maybe. I hope you, like, if you are still doing these videos, I expect you to do them on the yacht like that over there.
Yeah, motherfucker.
So what's the weekly update? Or the daily update? What have you been working on today?
So I'm doing some static ads I just showed you, and then performance is getting back a little bit better. Like I said last week in the sit down part, I was unprofitable for a little bit.
Now he's back at profit and every morning he's telling me his new ROAS.
Yeah, look at my ROAS, bro.
Let's go
Look
there.
what's amazing about a big place like Cape Town. There's someone that can relate to my ROAS, happiness. Imagine me sitting in my own room. Oh, ROAS.
You would go crazy.
That is so nice. And then I have a call today with the agency that's redoing my site.
How's it going so far?
Yeah, good. They will give me a presentation today about the product pages.
Nice.
And I don't know, to be honest, because I requested so many things and the communication is not a lot.
With them?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if they notice it.
So it's either hit or run, like either it will be like
Yeah,
really
maybe
good.
they're like just quiet and slowly implementing it all, or it's just gonna be nothing what I requested. But they're a good agency, so I guess we'll come there after enough iterations.
Sooner or later.
Yeah. But it will be
Nice.
great because now there's no bundle options yet for my products, which is very important.
That will give you a huge AOV
That
boost.
will give me AOV boost. So yeah, that's what I'm working on.
Nice. And what are we doing now?
We're gonna eat chicken.
Gonna eat chicken
It's strong.
at Nando's.
I told Felix, this is my friend Felix, I told him
What's
we
up?
need to be machines. So if a girl wants to go on a date to run, we can impress them, you know?
Should be able to do that. I don't know if the chicken will actually make the difference there.
No, the context here is that a girl asked Felix to go on a date and then she wanted to run.
And I said I don't like to run.
And then I said
But-
you need to become a machine.
No, it's not that I can't run. Like, I'm physically capable of running. I
You
just
don't like to run.
not a fucking wheelchair. But I don't really like to run. But we're gonna hike up Lions Head.
Yeah.
We're gonna run up Lions Head actually, because my German friends didn't want to.
So for you guys, January to March is great in Cape Town. There's people like us. We made many new friends this time around. And it's a good place to meet people and go on
Exactly.
dates if you like.
What about you? How's
about
your
me?
experience with dates so far?
Not anything special, you know. I'm
We
open-minded.
leave it like that.
Yeah.
All right, I'll head it back to you.
See you guys later. You know, one thing I've realized by being here in Cape Town is that a decent place to stay is like so worth it. So, for example, I booked my first Airbnb, and as you guys saw, it was like a shithole. And now I'm in this like decent little studio apartment. It has like proper air conditioning right there. There's a nice bathroom. I mean, there's a table I can work at. It's nice to come home, and I think it's so important that it's nice to come home, and that there's like, it's comfortable. There's an air conditioning. There's a table you can work at. Because in the previous places, I just could not do any work there. So the only place I was doing work in was like outside of the house, and I wasn't really looking forward to getting back to the house. So I think you don't even have to spend that much. I think it's like a graph where if you have like the cheapest place and then the most expensive place, if for quality of life, you probably only have to go like 20% of the way to have like everything you need for quality of life in price. So this place is like, I don't know, maybe 1,300 euros per night, and that is like, it's rent, but it's not that expensive, you know? Like, why save a few €100 on rent per month for like no air conditioning and shit? But I didn't really realize it was important coming here, and you know, now I'll make sure that I'll have a nice place to stay wherever I go. Like at least a decent, like I don't need a nice place again, but it's so worth it, and I think the ROI there is so easy. Just, yeah, even getting nice sleep. I mean, I slept so well tonight, and you know, I can do some work here when I get home. All of these things, it's just really worth it. Guys, I found this thing. You guys are here on my phone, and I can basically like record this thing from here and change this thing. Isn't that sick? Now I fucked up my beautiful setting. Anyways, quick one of the riff. I hope you guys don't hear this music very loudly. I'm here in a gym, and this is like a sick setting here. I don't know why I didn't record more here. But I wanted to talk a little bit about coaching, because I got this DM from a guy, and I'm getting more DMs now. The videos are starting to do a bit better, I guess. Probably weekly, daily sometimes, about, hey, coaching this, coaching that. And I responded to him like, hey, that's not what I do, and that's not what I'm going to do. It's not authentic to me, you know. These days, like, everyone is a coach, everyone is promising you to like get rich quick and all of that shit, and I don't really believe in it myself, so I would never want to sell something like that myself. It's not authentic to me, and I think it's not authentic to most people that sell coaching and do all of this shit. I think it's just the best way in their mind to monetize an audience or to run up the numbers on your bank account, because it's so high ticket, there's so much margin. Doing an info business is kind of like a cheat code, because it's so high ticket with so high margin that you can run so much ads. You can, you know, only, for example, do a few sales every month and be very profitable from it of organic. So that's why everyone is doing those shitty fucking reels that nobody fucking likes. But in my opinion, it's not the best thing to do. Also for an audience, or for trying to monetize your audience, even if you think it is on the short term, because it will run up your bank account. It's kind of like a paradox. I think the longer you wait with monetizing your audience, the higher the returns will be. And there's way better ways to do it that makes your audience respect you more instead of respect you less. Because I think a lot of the coaching offers, the coaching people, trade respect for money. Trade an audience that likes them for money. I'm not saying all of it is this case because again, for some people it is authentic, for some people it works. Some people have a great coaching offer with a really happy customer base and community, but for me, it wouldn't really work like that. So how I envision it to be is to build my audience by sharing, building my brand for free, because I love to build brands. I don't want to be a coach. I don't want to do all that shit. I wouldn't want to have to answer calls all day. Like, yeah, that just does not sound very fun to me. I want to build some sort of low ticket community, maybe for a few bucks per month, where my viewers can join, and then you can meet each other and talk about, different things that you're interested in and problems that you're trying to solve, and you can make friends and I can meet new people, and this is kind of like what I've always wanted for myself, and that's not really there. So at some point I'll probably do something like that, and then we'll do like weekly calls where we discuss ideas and stuff together, like, I don't know, young people trying to build cool shit, bring them together in like some sort of very cheap community. And then eventually, if I build a little bit of a bigger audience with maybe some more higher level entrepreneurs as well, I want to organize some events. Like for example, Matt from Space Good, he is now organizing like here and there, a few times a year, some events. I want to do something similar to this because I'm really a people's person and I love to bring people together, especially when they're like-minded and like it's a cool time. So I want to do something like that. And then, yeah, maybe at some point when I grow, my business grows, I, make a bit of money or I exit or whatever, then I would like to invest in the cool opportunities that will come my way through, for example, the community or through networking or like kind of events or through viewers that watch my videos and send me messages. One, I think these things, while you might not think on the short term, will return way higher on the long term. And also, I think these things are things that build respect, increase the value of your channel, increase the value of your community, instead of taking respect, taking value of the community, taking a viewer that likes you and turning them into a hater because you kind of scammed them in a course with a fucking guarantee to get rich. I think this is not the best way to do, even though it might be the best thing to do on the short term. And this is why I think it's very important to decide if the thing that you do is short term or long term, because then you can make these kinds of decisions. Let's say my videos were short term and I just wanted to make as much cash as quick as possible, then I should definitely launch a course as soon as possible and push it. But I've told you guys before, my videos are my 50-year plan. And if my videos are my 50-year plan, then launching a course will ruin my long-term potential with everything that I'm doing on the videos. So it will be a short-term cash grab for a long-term sacrifice. It's not worth it to me because I've decided that my videos are my long-term thing. I care more about, as well, inspiring people and taking you with me on my journey and maybe giving you some kind of relatability. Me meeting friends that respect me through here and me meeting new connections that actually think it's cool what I do instead of another guru, then making some quick cash as well. There's so many reasons for me not to launch a course, not to do coaching like everyone else does, because I just don't really fuck with it, I just don't fuck with it at all, actually. Again, some of it there is. Probably maybe 20% of all the course creators that you see are very legit, are very solid, are like very cool to them. And it's authentic to them. Like, not all courses are cringe, but most are, 80% of the courses and coaches that you see are cringe, are just promising you a dream, are like bullshit. But yeah, Alex Ramosi made an interesting point about this, which is that if you make some sort of course and you offer like a money back guarantee, then it's hard to go wrong. And then I think every course creator should do this. Anyways, it will make it a little bit more cringe, but then, in general, it's just a little bit cringe, So yeah, I don't know. Everyone their own, I guess. And like, I respect the hustle, but you're not gonna get me to like coach you or course you. I'll help out people that I see have potential or something, just for the sake of it. Or I don't know. I don't get why you would teach someone to make money and not invest in them if you're so sure that they will make money? Like the returns would be so much higher. Like why would a coach not invest in every student? It makes so much more sense. That's why I think the long-term plan of investing in the opportunities that come my way through this is like a way better plan than coaching. Yeah, that's basically it for the coaching. I hope soon, maybe we'll do like another half year or a year, and then I might get a few thousand views per video and do some sort of community, like I said. But yeah, it's not my time yet, guys. It's not my time yet, and there's no rush. Again, this is my 50-year thing. There is no rush for me to do anything in this. I'm worried about my business right now. I'm worried about my brand right now. I don't have the bandwidth right now to do a whole nother business on there, or I think at some point when you build your personal brand, you'll have connections that you can partner up with. But right now, my brand is a priority. So much more room for scale. So much more room for interesting lessons that I can share with you guys. So much more room for growth. So that's what I'm worried about now. And yeah, that's basically my opinion and why I won't do any coaching. Yeah, do with it whatever you feel like. We're almost leaving Cape Town. So this is the building I'm staying at. It's really nice. It's a nice little apartment. But it's almost time to leave Cape Town. Where we go next, who knows? But I'll take you guys with me as always. It's been like a really nice time here, and I think this place I can do for like 2-3 months and it's perfect. But I'm also ready to like keep going again and refresh the environment. And yeah, like I said in the sit down part, I've met some cool guys here that I will keep traveling with. It's always been like one of the goals, so it's really cool that now it's starting to kind of all come into place.